All right, Simpler fam. Good afternoon. It is Thursday, October 24th, 1 week before Halloween, and I am going to be talking and teaching about market orders versus limit orders and how I personally use each type of order to get into trades. Thanks, Mirza and Omar. You both are awesome. Thanks for your support in all the rooms. You make our jobs so much easier. Appreciate you. All right, so let's talk about the difference between a market order and a limit order. First, just the definition. A market order is used to immediately buy or sell a security, whether it's equity, options, what have you, at the current market price, while a limit order lets you specify a price at which you want to buy or sell. Okay, so that is the definition of a market order versus a limit order. The market orders, one thing that you need to be aware of is that market orders execute immediately, regardless of what the price of the option is. Limit orders also execute immediately if you're not adjusting the limit order price. But I want to spend my focus today really on not the definition of a market order or a limit order, but rather how I use them to trade and when I select to use a market order versus when I select a limit order. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, my name is Melissa and I trade supply and demand here at Simpler Trading in the Trendy Trading Room with Trendy John. I most all of the time use the limit order option to get into and out of my trades. If I personally trade from TOS, but whichever platform you're using, you would have the option to choose between a limit order right here under order type or a market order. Okay, so most of the time, what I'm using is a limit order. I love the limit order option because I can adjust the price that I am paying for the option. Okay, that is the main reason that I use the limit order a majority of the time. So I want to give you an example of a trade that I'm interested in getting into, or rather adding to a trade that I have one contract on, and that would be Nextera Energy. I'm interested in adding to this position right here at or around $83.33. So when price gets to 83.33, I'm interested in adding another November 15th, $82.50 call. So let me go to the trade screen so that you can see how I use the limit order option. You can see my position right here at the 82.50 strike on the November 15th expiration. If I click right here on the ask under the calls column, it's going to bring this up. Notice it is, sorry, Notice it's set for a limit order, okay? Meaning I'm going to execute this using a limit order. What I like about the limit order option is I can adjust the price of the option right here to get to the 83.33 price that I am interested in adding a contract at. So see on the screen where my mouse is pointing, the expected NEE price. As I adjust the price, this expected price will change. Let me show you. Here is where you adjust the price of the option. Currently, if I were just to hit the confirm and then send button, it would buy this option at $3.55. But I want to get in at 83.33. As I adjust the cost of this option, you can see that the expected knee price is changing. So what I want is for that expected knee price to be at the 83.33 level that I'm interested in adding a contract at. And that would make the price of the option $3.30. Using a limit order because it allows me to adjust the price that I'm paying for this option. If I hit confirm and send, I can read that I would be buying one knee November 25th, 82.50 call at $3.30 limit order to open. I hit send and I come back to my chart and you can see that order waiting right there. It is a limit order to buy an 82.50 call at $3.30. Anyone have any questions about how I did that? All right, I don't see any questions. So now let's talk. Can I drag the price? Not on TOS, you can't. GRL. You mean right here from my screen? Drag it to change it? No. I can go back and edit it. Yes. Okay. So now I want to show you how to use the limit orders for a sell. So I already have a contract. You can see my position right here. I have one 82.50 call left. So if I wanted to sell it at this upper monthly edge right here at $84.84, then I go back to where my position is at. I right click, I go to sell and choose single. And I just forgot the price I said, $84.84. All right. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm adjusting the price up until the expected knee price gets to $84.84. Or thereabouts, right? Can't get exact all the time. So this would be selling a contract at $4.15. Let's say, because I've already trimmed at this level, as you can see, let's say that I wanted to trim up here at my next alert, 86.08. I just go back here, adjust this price until the expected knee price is 86.08 or thereabouts. It's a little bit lower, but that's okay. So I hit confirm and send, sell one knee at $4.85 limit order. right? Because that's allowing me to adjust the price. And now on my chart, you can see my sell. So I would be adding to my position here. I would be selling one of the contracts here at this next alert. All right. All right. So that is how I use limit orders. I tend to favor this way, especially in the event that there is a wider bid ask spread, because then I'm adjusting the price. The thing with market orders are that if there is a wide bid ask spread, it will fill your order at the amount that is not most advantageous to your P&L percentage. Okay. But if the spread is very narrow, if you're trading a name such as NVIDIA, okay, with a narrow 1 penny, see 1 penny bid ask spread here, then it's okay to choose a market order because the bid and ask spread is so narrow. So let me pull up an NVIDIA chart, and I'm just going to do my day trading chart for NVIDIA for today. Let's find the price that I would be interested in going long NVIDIA from for a day trade today. And I will show you, since there is a very narrow bid ask spread, that I would be fine using a market order for and using an exact price to enter this trade. So in this example, I would choose to enter or to go long buying a call on NVIDIA at 138.46. Why? Because this is a demand zone and an area that I expect buyers to show up. So let's go back to the trade tab right here. And I'm not going to choose tomorrow's expiration due to theta decay that happens on Thursdays and Fridays. I would choose November 1st expiration. Okay. So I would be buying a call here at 138.46, meaning I would be buying the 138 calls for next Friday. Now, I said I like to use market orders when the bid ask spread is very narrow and I can just set the price. So it's like a set and forget type trade. Right over here, to the far right, there's a little cogwheel right here. I want you to click on that left cogwheel right there, and it's going. Did this screen show up for y'all? I'm not sure if you can see this screen. Either way, you can go back and do this while listening to it, and you'll see it. So it pulls up a screen for you. Under price rules, you're going to choose market. And then down under where it says symbol, you click that box. It's going to automatically fill in NVIDIA. Your method, you will choose mark. And the trigger would be less than or equal to, because I am looking for price to drop, right, before getting in. So I'm going to use the less than or equal to, and the threshold or the mark that I want to get in at is 138.46. You type that in there and hit enter twice, hit save. You go to confirm and send, and you will see that it's going to buy one NVIDIA contract November 1st, 138 call at market. So this is a market order when NVIDIA's mark is at or below 138.46. I hit send. I come back to my chart, and here is the market order setting and waiting for the price of NVIDIA to fall back to 138.46. Now, because I chose market order, I am not picking the price that I'm going to pay for the option. Rather, it is going to fill at whatever the price the option is at the moment that NVIDIA hits 138.46. The important thing to note about choosing a market order trade is that right now, if it filled, it could fill anywhere from $4.90 to $5. I'm telling you that it would fill me at $5. It wouldn't fill in the middle, it would fill at the higher end. Okay? But this gives me the opportunity, if I know there's a trade that I want to take at a very specific price, it gives me the opportunity to put a market order in that will fill automatically at when the price of NVIDIA pulls back to this 138.46. Any questions about that? All right, great. I don't see any questions, so I want to move on to show you this way that I trade is very, very advantageous when I am day trading and or scalp trading. All right. And this is why. Because when I get into a day trade and I am just looking to take quick profits at levels, so both entering a trade at a level as well as taking profits on a trade at a level, I can set these orders up in advance, and then I am not relying on an alert or watching a chart to get me in and out of a trade. So you can see here that SPY, the SPY, has been rallying since price dropped down to 576.61. It came all the way up into one of my targets, 579.40. Now it's pulling back. It's giving me an opportunity to potentially buy the dip. Where would I be interested in buying the dip? Right down here at 578.40 by 578.82. So let's set this up. I'm going to choose tomorrow's expiration because this is simply just a day trade. I'm going to choose the at the money strike price. And because this is an example, I'm just going to buy 2 contracts. And the price that I gave you was 578.82 by 578.40. I'll go in the middle and choose 578.60. So I'm going to adjust the price, 578.60, right? All right. Buying 2 contracts. Confirm and send. All right. Now let's see if it will execute. And then I will show you that my first sell of one of these 2 would be here at 579.40. All right, if we execute. And I'm hoping that I picked an amount that will execute so that you can see in real time how this method works. In this case, I'm using limit orders so that I can choose the price I'm paying for the options. Okay. So remember, what I will do once this order is executed is I will go in and then choose the sell a single contract, and I will adjust the option price to equal 579.40. I would do that like this, but I can't do it ahead of time until the order fills, but I can get it close. All right, 579.40 is where I said I would take profit. I was hoping it would fill, but it might not. Do y'all understand so far what I am doing and how I am using the limit order and market order functions to speed up, I guess, my trading? A lot of times traders will say, well, I was going to enter a trade at such and such amount, but I wasn't in front of the computer, or I was distracted by doing something else. By using these techniques, you can already have your order in, setting there, waiting, so that when price gets down to either a price for the option by using a limit order, or a price that the actual equity itself is down to by using a market order, you can have the order already there so that you don't have to worry about being in front of the chart to execute, right? Has anybody ever experienced that? Oh my gosh, I was going to go long or go short at blah, blah, blah level, but I wasn't in front of my computer and I didn't have my order in. Have any of you experienced that? Yeah, me too, Doc. Me too. That's why I needed to come up with a way that I could have the orders pre set there, waiting for me, right? I mean, as an example, the Tesla trade that I had on this morning, I used a market order to get out at my target because I knew there would be so much volatility in Tesla after earnings that I had the order setting waiting so that I didn't have to worry about trying to get out during all of that volatility. All right, we may or may not get filled on this order, but hopefully we do, and I will set a sell at 579.40 just to demonstrate for you where how I can then set my trim as well. In the event that SPY pulls all the way back to the 618, the golden fib of this move, I would be interested in adding to the trade. So I could put a limit order in here at 577.72 to be ready to add to the trade as well. You can do this in multi layers, so to speak, scaling in and scaling out at multiple levels. The order's just sitting there waiting. One thing you cannot do is have the sell in before the order is executed. There is a way using the market orders and choosing OCO bracket orders that I can teach in another session if someone will remind me inside of the room. But for me, because all of my trades are alerted to the trendy room through API bots, I cannot use the OCO bracket orders because it messes up my bot. So, but you can because you're not using API bots to alert your trades out. Or I assume most of you are not using API bots to alert your trades out to hundreds of people. But it is a really cool thing, and before I was on this side of the mic, I did use the OCO bracket orders that allow you to put in your buys, sells, and stops ahead of time. Very valuable. So if anyone is interested, just remind me in the room and we will do a session on that in the upcoming weeks because I am here each Thursday at this time, 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, for 30 minutes, teaching on things that you may have questions about in your trading journey. Teaching is truly my passion, and what I get the most joy out of is helping others. So, if you ever have anything that you're struggling with that you would like me to cover in one of those one of these sessions, please put it in the chat, and I would be happy to add it to the schedule of things to cover in here. All right. All right, I guess I'm not gonna get filled on this. Yeah, GRL, I can put that in on the list of things to cover in an upcoming session. GRL asked about a levels that we use in the trendy room called liquidity chop levels, where we identify range of price pre-market that price basically chops at. So liquidity grab levels. Um, Very valuable, especially in the first hour or two of the market open. But yes, that is something that I can cover on an upcoming session. All right, guys, it doesn't look like that order is going to get filled so that I can show you in real time, but hopefully I explained it well enough that it is something that you will be able to execute on your own. As always, everything here at Simpler is recorded and archived. So if you find yourself trying to use this strategy and you have questions about it, you can always go to the archived videos section for today's date under my name and find that archived video. But my time with you is up here, so I'm going to sign off. In case no one has told you today or lately, I want you to know that you're amazing and you're valuable and important. And we sure do appreciate you spending your day with us here at Simpler Trading. I hope you have a great rest of your day and rest of your week. Much love, fam.